Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Wine, Women, and Shoes, presented by Sight Centers to benefit Ronald McDonald House Charities of Northeast Ohio. I'm Joe Cronauer from the WKYC studios and friend to RMHC Northeast Ohio. We are so excited to kick off the program with so many of you joining us safely from your at-home watch parties. Now make sure to share your comments and photos on social at RMHCNEO during tonight's broadcast. Tonight, you're part of bringing the RMHC Northeast Ohio vision to life, inspiring hope for families where and when they need it most. You'll hear from Todd just how much that means to her family. You'll also see fall fashion trends from Nordstrom Beechwood Place, modeled by 4 lovely RMHC Northeast Ohio board members and trustees. Plus, stay tuned for the crowning of this year's King of Soul. Of course, what many of you are waiting for, well, pulling the winning ticket for the fabulous KeyBank Key-to-the-Closet raffle worth more than $10,000, and the winning ticket for the Majestic Steel USA Key-to-the-Cellar raffle. But hurry, sales for tickets end in just a few minutes at 7:45 this evening. But first, a few words from Craig Wilson, Ronald McDonald House Charities Northeast Ohio's Chief Executive Officer.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Wine, Women, and Shoes 2021. My name is Craig Wilson, and I'm the CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Northeast Ohio. No child should face a hospital alone. Ronald McDonald House Charities helps families stay near their ill or injured children, allowing them to be closely involved in their child's care. Through our house, family room, Caremobile, Star Center, and Red Tree House programs, RMHC-NEO has provided thousands of families a welcoming place to stay, along with the critical programs and services they need during one of the most stressful times in their lives. All of us have experienced change and challenge during the past 19 months. The pandemic has certainly required us to change the way we operate, yet continuing to safely serve families who need us remains our top priority. I am so proud of our staff and volunteers who continue to find new and innovative ways to meet family needs despite the challenges. Thank you for joining us this evening. Also, thank you to our very generous Wine, Women, and Shoes sponsors and donors. Your support allows us to continue to provide our services to families with an ill or injured child. When the time is right, we invite you to come visit us at our locations in Akron and Cleveland to experience firsthand the impact of your support. Now don't forget, our silent auction closes at 9 p.m., so keep bidding on your favorite items. Every contribution helps families when they need it most. Thanks again and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Craig. And now, let's meet the Todd family.
Hi, I'm Todd, and this is Wyatt, Alexis, and Carter. So our hometown is Atwater, Ohio. We're about 45 minutes east of Akron. And what brought us to Ronald McDonald House is that I was pregnant, expecting twins. I had a 24-week checkup, and everything looked good. And then by that 25th week mark, I was just not feeling quite right, and I actually went into premature labor. And at that time, I remember getting the news that if the twins did come early, they had about a 50% chance of survival. While I was there, and they were trying to prevent my labor from progressing, my water broke, and at that point it became an emergency. When I came out of the emergency C-section, out of the anesthesia, I saw for the first time the twins in the isolates, and I remember they had their little sunglasses on, and they didn't even look like babies. They were so tiny. They were born at a pound and a half, 25 weeks. These are actually hats that fit them that volunteers had made. But after that point, when I was discharged, I honestly didn't know where I was going to stay, and I don't even know that I was thinking about that at that point in time. Somebody connected me from the hospital with the Ronald McDonald House, and on that Friday of that week, I actually had a room. Staying at the Ronald McDonald House was just a huge blessing to me. I don't know what I would have done if it didn't exist. It gave me the chance to be close to the kids, and it was really critical times because I was able to be part of all the medical decisions and then even be able to be there daily to hold them. The other thing that was really important for me at the house was it was a really, really tough time. It was probably the toughest time of my life, and it gave me a place to have quiet time, to be able to just get away from the hospital setting and have what felt like a home. But then it also gave me a community to know that I was there with other families that were struggling with, sick children. I remember going back to my room at the Ronald McDonald House and taking some time to just journal their days and their journeys, and that really gave me a lot of hope, because I remember thinking that if I could write down their story each day, that would be something that in the future they could read and they would know how special they truly were. I'll tell you too, the volunteer staff, they knew my story, they knew about the twins, and they'd ask me how they were doing, and sometimes just the smile on their face and that reassurance that everything's going to be okay, even if you don't know what the outcome is going to be. It was really important to me. Just being with families in the hardest time of your life, when you have a sick child, the worry and the fear that comes along with that. And it's huge to have a place to stay and a place where you don't have to worry about meals and where you're going to shower, and you don't have to separate your family. You can have your family all together and your support system right there. And just the volunteers and the staff that keep the house going, and they become family to you. They become an extension of you, and just really, really special people. And obviously the donors that contribute financially to the house and make it all possible. It's just the benefit to families and being able to not have to worry about those things when you're trying to take care of your child. And it gives you the chance to really focus on them and focus on what's important.
$5,000 can update 5 guest rooms. $2,500 provides breakfast for a whole month. $1,000 pays for a week of snacks. $500 buys one full families at 5 hospitals. $250 gives families an evening of fireside s'mores and games.
$100 covers the operating costs for a one-night stay at the house.
Wow, such a heartfelt story. Thank you, Chrissy, for sharing. And Wyatt, Alexis, and Carter, it was awesome to have you a part of tonight's program as well. You can see how every dollar raised makes such an impact. Your support really, really matters. Please go to the website on the screen, make a tax-deductible gift from your heart to make a real difference. On behalf of all of us, we thank you. Now, we all know you'd rather meet the shoe guys in person as they pour your wine. Well, in person and virtual, these guys have collectively raised thousands of dollars over the past 6 years for this very event. Let's hear from this year's shoe guys.
Hello, my name is Glenn Stout, and this is Stanley Guido. I'm a shoe guy, and he's a therapy dog. Every once in a while, people get us confused, but I just say, Stanley's the one with the facial hair. Well, I wanted to share a story with you to give you some insight as to why we're so passionate about Ronald McDonald House. It was very early on in our visits, and we had about 5 or 6 children sitting on the floor with us and their families. And there was a little girl that walked down the hallway in front of me. She had no hair, she was very thin, and she looked very sad. So I called her over. And she sat down on the floor in front of me, and I said, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Eva." I said, "Well, that's a very pretty name, Eva." And I pointed over at Stanley. I said, "Well, this is Stanley Guido." And Stanley came over, sat down, and backed up and sat on her lap, while the biggest smile came over her face. And that would be a great story if that was the end, but it wasn't. I get a tap on my shoulder from one of the other volunteers, and she said to me, "This little girl has been at the house for 2 weeks, and this is the first time we've seen her smile." You can't pay for that. It's an unbelievable experience that we've had at the house, and we continue to have. Kids from all over the world come to Ronald McDonald House, and they provide such an amazing place for them to stay and to have a home away from home. Well, I want you all to enjoy your night tonight at Ronald McDonald's House, Wine, Women, and Shoes. And remember, look for the facial hair, and give a smooch to a pooch today.
Hi everyone, my name is Matt Bangeter, and my best shoe guy memory has to be the first event I attended. I had never heard of it before. I thought it sounded fun, and when I got there, it was such a surprise. It was a great, huge, fancy affair. Everyone dressed to the nines, a bunch of great guys hanging out with all day, really good energy in the room, and just a super fun event for a good cause. So I was hooked from then on and been doing it ever since. Why am I a shoe guy? I'm a shoe guy because I have 7 kids of my own. I have 5 kids, 2 stepkids, and I hear the stories of people who've benefited from the Ronald McDonald House, who've been able to be with their kids while their kids were suffering through lengthy hospital stays. And I can't imagine what it would be like if I couldn't be there for my kids. So that's what keeps me coming back every year.
I think of the house as a shelter from the storm for families who are encountering things on a day-to-day basis over which they have very little or no control. Our extraordinary volunteers and staff help our families provide a respite from those stresses, helping them to rebuild their emotional bank accounts which are being drawn down every day, and other stressors, the simple fact of being so far from their homes. I do it because I consider it a privilege to raise funds for our families. And besides, what's not to like about being able to spend 4 hours with 400 beautiful women and help them to have a great time? Thank you for your commitment to the house.
Hi, my name is Ryan Arlia, and I'm a shoe guy with the Ronald McDonald House because I like being part of an organization that's there for families in their deepest time of need. These families are going to a hospital with their children, and they're coming back to a house full of volunteers who've cooked a home-cooked meal for them. And it's just a great organization to put smiles on these families' faces and show that, they're not in this alone. My favorite memory at the Ronald McDonald House would have to be working on painting the fence this past summer. We went up there with about 20 co-workers, and none of us were expert papers by any means, but we all worked together to achieve a common goal, and it was fun to just be outside, helping the house, greeting guests as they came in to the house, and then as they left to go to the hospital. Just an overall great experience.
Thanks so much, guys. Now, I can't wait for you to see the board members show off their makeup and their fall looks, courtesy of Nordstrom Beechwood Place. Here they are.
Alright, so hello, I am Hope from the MAC at Nordstrom, and today I'll be talking to you guys about some fall makeup trends for 2021. So anything super natural with the skin, having a nice highlighter glow above the cheekbones, and some blush just to give a natural flush to the skin. Also, some eyes that really pop, especially for occasional events. You can either do cool tones or warm tones depending on your skin tone.
My name is Amy O'Neill, and I have been a trustee with the Ronald McDonald House Charities for 4 years.
Amy is wearing a Max Mara sweater that we've paired with a Max Mara skirt for muted tones for fall. We've given her a Kurt Geiger bag for a splash of color and finish it off with a Paul Green boot.
Hi, I'm Kim McFarland. I'm a trustee with the Ronald McDonald House. I've been with the organization for 8 years.
Kim is wearing a Passaro Nights dress from our formal section here at Nordstrom, and she's paired it with a pair of Bagley Mishka shoes.
I'm Trina Bediaco. I have been a board member of the Ronald McDonald House Charities for 6 years.
Trina is wearing a Beyond Yoga matching set, also paired with a Sweaty Betty jacket and Converse.
Hi, my name is Meredith Danko, and I'm a member of the Ronald McDonald House Charities. I've been a member of the Board of Trustees for just over 3 years now.
Meredith is wearing a Vince sweater and Good American jeans that we've paired with a pair of Sorel boots and accessorized with a Kurt Geiger handbag as well as a Nordstrom brand hat.
Ladies, thank you for your time and your talents, and thank you for tuning in for the show. Tonight's program would not be possible without your support and your generous hearts that are giving tonight, the generous sponsors, the shoe guys, you gotta love them, the donors, and especially the Todd family. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for reminding us all why this event and the mission it supports is just so important. Now, as many of you know, sales to the KeyBank Key to the Closet, Majestic Steel USA Key-to-the-Cellar raffles are now closed, and we will be drawing winners very shortly. But the good news is our incredible auction is still open until 9 p.m., and there's still time to bid. If you want to bid, simply go to WWS, as in Wine Women Shoes, WWS2021.givesmart.com, or text WWS 2021 to 76278 from your mobile phone. It's as simple as that. Now, there are more than 70 packages to bid on, including a 1-week retreat to the Mexican Riviera, a pink snakeskin Givenchy? Yes, Givenchy handbag. I own one of these myself. Also, Gucci sunglasses are available, diamond and pearl earrings, and so much more. Thank you to this year's shoe guys. Can we have a round of applause for all these names? Ryan Arlia, Matt Bangater. Way to go, Matt. Come on, keep it going. Jim Neville and Glenn Stout. And it's not too late. It's not too late to make a donation to your favorite shoe guy. Now, at this time, it's time to crown the King of Soul, if you will. And please welcome representatives from our presenting sponsor, Site Centers. Please welcome Sarah Hanko. Sarah is Director of Accounts Receivable, and Sharon Skozen, Senior Manager of Tenant Recoveries. And our King of Soul, with nearly 15,000 in donations to RMHC NEO thus far. It's Jim Neville. Come on. Jim, thank you so much for your generosity, your outstanding commitment to RMHC NEO. It's just awesome. Thank you so much. You know what it's time for? It's time to crown you, all right? Give it up, our King of Soul, one more time. Thank you so very much. Congratulations, Jim Neville. All right, and now it's time to pull the winner of the Majestic Steel USA Key-to-the-Cellar raffle. Look at this. And joining us right now, come on in. Melissa Duda is Director of Human Resources at Majestic Steel USA. Melissa, thanks so much for being here. All right, I'm going to mix these up really good, making sure nothing up my sleeve, okay? All right. And we are going to announce the winner. All right. I'm going to let you dive in there and pick out the winner. You can mix them up yourself too. Again, nothing up my sleeve, nothing up her sleeve. Hold on a second. Okay, nothing up there. Okay, here we go. All right. And the winner is, here we go, Dawn Cook. Do you hear her freaking out right now? Way to go, Dawn. Congratulations, Dawn. Way to go. Now, I was going to start opening just to try it for you, Dawn, but you can taste it yourself, and congratulations. Wow. Thank you so much for all those people and the generosity that bought tickets. All right, now it's time to pull the winning ticket for the KeyBank Key to the Closet raffle package. And joining me right now, come on in, Kevin Ryan, KeyBank Chief Audit Executive and RMHC Northeast Ohio Board Member. Kevin, thank you so much for being here. Why don't you mix those up real good? Nothing up Kevin's sleeve. All right, this is huge. This is huge. All right, hold on before you pick one. I want to really make sure that everyone realizes that these are mixed up. This could take 15 minutes, okay? Talk amongst yourselves. All right? Okay. All mixed up. Absolutely no order whatsoever. Kevin, dive in there. All right, here we go. It is on a white piece of paper. All right, here we go. Congratulations, Sarah Gray. Sarah Gray. Way to go! Thank you all who purchased raffle tickets, the host kits, and have made gifts from your heart. We so appreciate it. Tonight's program would not have been possible without the support from you and the generous sponsors that surround us and have kept this fueled all through the process. Thanks to our shoe guys. Once again, give it up for our shoe guys, our models, our donors, and the mission, of course, the mission moment from the Todd family. So heartfelt, and we appreciate you sharing your family with us, Todd family. Beautiful. Now remember, you still have a chance to win, but don't hesitate. The online auction's closing at 9 p.m., little under an hour from now. So bid high at wws2021.givesmart.com. It's probably scrolling on your screen right now, so you can follow that, or good luck trying to keep up with me. Or you can text WWS2021 to 76278. And remember, you can still make a fully tax-deductible gift right from your heart, too. So we are so appreciative that you tuned in tonight. We appreciate you supporting the wonderful work of Ronald McDonald House Charities, Northeast Ohio. Give it up for everybody tuning in tonight. Please continue to share your photos and your comments at RMHCNEO on social media. We appreciate it. Continue to give. Thanks so much. Celebrate yourselves tonight for your generosity. We wish you all a very, very good night. Thanks for being a part of this. One more time, everybody. Thank you.